Hi, this is Mike Healy. This is the first YouTube video that I'm going to create on my turfgrass disease diagnostics by microscopic examination course or practicum. I'm shining on a video now is on my contact information. You are about to see one of my two cats coming across. They're my laboratory assistants. I knew this might happen, but I'm going to try to make the best of it. Daisy, get down. Daisy, Daisy. Daisy, get down. Go, go. Thank you. What will you need to accomplish the goal of using microscopes to diagnose your turfgrass diseases? And by the way, this course is really this course has been being put together because people all around the world would like to have some capability and are not able to send samples to the United States. It's expensive, it takes too long, the samples degrade, and there's so much paperwork now that we have a anti-terrorist mindset. So this is my attempt to train people around the world who want to have some knowledge and ability, and we might be dealing with, by the time the course is over, maybe 8, 10, 12 diseases that you will be able to diagnose. Not everything can be diagnosed by microscopic examination, but a great number of diseases can be, and more importantly, they can be quickly diagnosed. And when I say quickly diagnosed, I mean get the sample, bring it in, wash it, incubate it after you've washed it for 12 hours at room temperature, and voila, you're there. Now I'm going to try to do something here. For some reason this camera doesn't want to be, there we go. No, it's not working. I'm going to back up a ways then. What you're looking at here are what I use as tools to snip plant parts, pluck them out of a larger sample. On the right you see a selection of small scissors. In the middle you see a selection of tweezers, many different types of tweezers, and there are actually stores and outlets via the internet that sell exclusively tweezers. So just get a set. Then I've got a few other things there, pickers and the like. And then let's focus on the two things you'll need for your second microscope that I suggest that you get, that you absolutely need. In front is a box of cover slips. They're 22 by 22 millimeters in size, but you want to get number 2. You want to get the thick ones. That's very important because those can be washed and reused, and they don't break when you're starting to when you put samples into them. In back of that, a box of microscope slides. Again, very important that you get a good quality, and they will be thin. They will be thinner than the thick run-of-the-mill cheap slides. So get thin slides, and again, they will cost you more. To the left of the box of microscope slides is a small eyedropper bottle. I just keep water in that. And then you see the 3 containers. I keep my washed and ready to use slides, cover slips, and actually the larger container at the far left is just a contained soapy water that I put in spent or used microscope slides with cover slips and samples. Okay, now let's go to the duo of microscopes that you will need. The first one I'm suggesting you get is what is called a dissecting scope, or some people call it a stereoscope. Notice this has a third tube that allows you to put a digital camera and still use the 2 ocular pieces. You can actually get this kind of scope or any kind of scope that will allow you to use a digital camera, but the problem is you have to take out you have to use one of the 2 ocular ports, and it makes it difficult to view and get ready to take a picture at the same time. Now, down below, that's a sample, and I've selected one that has some obvious disease on it. Not a problem. That happens to be Pythium, but I would begin my process by plucking out some small samples of leaf tissue and mycelium tissue to be able to look at that and later diagnose it. So the first camera, or the first microscope, is a dissecting microscope. Again, the use on that is really so that you can select the proper sample to put onto a microscope slide, of course cover with water, and cover with a microscope or slip. Then, once you've done that, you go over to your standard light microscope. This is actually phase contrast, but again, notice it has a camera port behind the oculars, so you can actually use your oculars comfortably. It has 4 magnifications on it. I usually use the least powerful one, the second, and sometimes the third. And then both of these cameras are set so that they can go into, in this case, my desktop. And there I have the proper drivers for these cameras, and they're the same, so it's the same driver. And it goes in through my Photoshop editing system. But again, the important thing is that you are hooked up digitally. If you look at this unit, it's called Storts. This was the first unit I used. I was able to take photos through my standard light microscope, but this was an analog, and I had to go through a digital converter and get digital software, and it turned out to be, when I got the new operating system, Windows 7, it turned out to be impossible to use. So I went all digital. These are, both cameras can be hooked up directly to USB port. Very convenient, and really I think under $100 per camera, so not bad. So that's it for this video. But I did want to give you that are be partaking of this course, and really right now I have a group of people that are they are my guinea pigs. This is a thought process at this point, and what I hope to have are several more videos of how you take or how you process a sample and incubate it. That's fairly simple, but I'll take you through that. And then I hope to have case studies that I will try to put up on YouTube. There'll be examples showing you first field symptom photos, what my thought process is, then how we go about actually taking samples from incubated turf and what I'm seeing microscopically. It's going to be crude, it will be low tech, but I think hopefully effective. So that's my first video, and let's see how long it takes to get up on YouTube.